Welcome in Craft and Design 3.0. For my dear audience, in this video I will describe some different and much beautiful ideas of cool welding project to sell or welding project for home decorations or other different purpose. So, dear audience, when we talk about a cool welding project, then different question arise in our mind like is what is a welding or what is cool arc welding process, cool welding system, or what is a cold welding process, what is a who invented some cool welding process, different question. So the welding cooling process is carried out either by air or quick cooling method. Cooling through the air weakens the resistance of the steel metal. So cooling by water improves the properties of the steel metal. A reduction factor should be used when air is used for cooling. So some process and something we can make by welding. It can be some handle made handles or table legs or different table backward or outward for but in different condition we can use it in a home decor in front or out front of our door we also use it. So, if we talk about a cooled welding process, then cooled welding or contact welding is a solid state welding process that requires little or no heat or fusion to join two or more metals. Uh, Together, instead, the energy used for creating a weld comes in the form of pressure. So welding is a fabrication. If when we talk about it is a process that joins material, usually metal or thermoplastic, by using high heat to melt the part together and allowing them to cool, causing fusion. Welding is distinct from lower temperature techniques such as brazing and also we talk about soldering which don't melt the base metal parent metal. So when we talk about the cooled welding inventions, the Revard Desiglares discovered that if we took two lead balls about 25 each in diameter, pressed them together, and twisted them, then the two pieces would join together. So why is it called cool welding? It is called cool welding because it requires little to no heat. So welding usually uses high heat and pressure to transform metal. On the other hand, cold welding uses vacuum pressure rather than pressure and also heat. So, what are the requirements for cold welding? Cold welding requires generous preparation time to clean the metals. Only certain materials can be cold welded. So, the metals have to be ductile and not have an carbon content in them. So, cold welding irregular content in them. So cold welding irregular surfaces is difficult. So the process gives the best results when performed on flat surface. So if we talk about the history of a cold welding, then cold welding was first recognized as a general materials phenomenon in the 1940s. It was discovered that two clean flat surfaces of similar metal would strongly adhere if brought it into contact while in a vacuum. So, what is the best cold weld? JB weld, known as the original cold weld, was developed as an alternative to traditional torch welding. So it's designed to be extremely effective in even the hottest environment. It's also so. What is the type of a cold welding? The cold welding machine. It's principle is to use charging capacitors and discharge in an ultra short time of 10:6 to 10:5 seconds in a cycle of 10 to 3 to 10 to 1 second. So the contact part of the electrode material and the workpiece will be instantly heated to 8000 centigrade and 10,000 centigrade. The molten metal in the plasma state also it is a. So if we talk about what are the four types of welding, then gas metal arc welding. This style of welding is also referred to as metal intergas, inert gas, and gas tungsten arc weld also. G to RW and also take so shield metal arc welding, small and flux core arc welding also. So what is a I also prescribe is uh, for four main types of welding process are when we talk about welding process. Gas tungsten arc welding GTRW also known as tungsten inert gas welding, shielded metal arc welding, also small, also known as manual metal arc welding or flux shielded arc welding, flux core arc welding, an alternative to a small. So, what is the principle of welding? Basic principle of welding: a weld can be defined as a cool seam of metals produced by heating to a suitable temperature with or without the application of pressure and with or without the use of a filler material. So, what is a cold weld defect? A cold lap is a type of weld defect which occurs when molten metal does not completely fuse with the cold plate surface. This produces a crack like defect, often very small, which is parallel to a plate. So, does cooled weld use a gas? Do you need gas for cooled welding? So, no shielding gas is required for contact welding since it only utilizes pressure after the oxide layer of the metals has been removed. So, if we talk about a disadvantage of cold welding, also, which thing which is which have a benefits advantages, then that things are also a disadvantage also. So it can be a limited materials for this welding. For this welding technique to be successful, the metal need to be ductile and soft. So shape and size also, because how beautiful shape we can saw it, and the size also. So flat, regular surfaces are key in cold welding in ensuring that you create the strongest weld possible. So as a time consuming, it can be a much time consumable and uh, one my dear guys question me, how is cool welding prevented? The easiest and most effective solution is lubrications. In Europe and the US, Glatmo or hemp lubricants have been used for decades as pre-lubrications coatings on stainless steel and other alloys fasteners to minimize the risk of thread sizing. Glanto hemp lubrication are easy to apply and manage. Is cold welding used in space? Cold welding in launch situation might be found in any space mechanism with metal-metal contact where while launched and terrestrial transportation, all mechanisms are exposed to a high level of vibrations and vibrative authentications. So, my dear guys, I think that my video and my beautiful cool welding ideas inspire you much. If inspired, then subscribe my channel and like my video and share my video with your affectionate love. So, thank you very much, guys, for watching my video once again. Thank you very much.